What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are back on our free-to-play account because, well, there's some things that we want to kind of calculate and figure out, because there's a couple things we've noticed from yesterday's video. One thing is that we almost always want to be running a Rui Scepter on this Lord of Fear Aspen. It just seems like a really good way to try to run him. Honestly, just like lowering the enemy's energy seems to be like one of the best things possible. And then of course, whenever an enemy dies, increases self crit damage and an 80% chance to inflict this fear on all enemies for 2 rounds. So essentially, if our Star Swordsman Mocking does get a kill in the first round, there's a chance that fear just applies to everybody. One thing I was actually considering doing is re-rolling this right here. We have the 15% crit, which is awesome. We are very high on crit chance, maybe a little bit too high for, so to speak, high rolling. So I was actually considering jumping into the, where is it? Starry Gem Mall and buying some hammers up with our contract Starry Gems just to see what we could get on our copies. But I think for the time being, I think it's okay. One thing is we're going to continue to save up resources. I think I'm just going to continue to buy Cores of Transcendence right now, because if you got a lot of people asking, Barry, how do you have 3 Transcendence heroes and all these resources? Honestly, the 3 Transcendence heroes is not that impressive, because we went for some crystals of Transcendence with our spheres, which is not proper, but we did it for the content. But yeah, it kind of is what it is. So let's see if we can make any more progress here today. I don't think I'm going to tweak anything just yet. I've had recommendations to, you know, drop the crit imprint and run like skill damage or something, but then you're down like 60-ish%. I guess if you're trying to high roll, then yeah, you don't need to go crazy high in crit chance. You just need to high roll the crit, and then the extra like skill damage and precision will help outweigh the odds. So I think that's the game plan here today. We're going to see if we can get any progress here. And then on top of that, I want to try like things like Sealand and things like that, now that we have one powerful hero instead of multiple powered up heroes. So last time we got pretty good distance here. You can see the fear effect getting hit on all of them is absolutely amazing. Just keeping their energy drained so they essentially don't even get to attack us. This round, never mind. Doesn't matter. We did what we needed to do. And yeah, the power of one supercharged bursty Transcendence hero definitely outweighs everything else on these accounts. And yeah, having that Rui Scepter on the Lord of Fear Aspen is amazing. That really sucked. I guess it's just going to really depend on what heroes we kill here and get the fears off. Oh, she's getting an active like every single time, which is brutal. But we get the clear anyway, so it's working out pretty good. Now, 3 Annabelles can be very annoying here, because if we kill them, we get that Dread Puppet on us, which means our next active pretty much is garbage doo-doo. I'm wondering if on our Jar as well, we should maybe just run her for like a round 2 active instead, and run like an A and B, because that way she has more damage reduction. Things like that, because her round 1 active doesn't really CC all that much reliably anyway. And this might let her go before the enemy as well. So if we swap this over, where is our... There it is. You do not need that right now. You could use that. We can see what this does. The other thing is we could potentially push Shadow Sealand just a little bit with this Jara, maybe. Again, killing that Annabelle feels kind of bad. The Jara definitely is tankier. Not quite tanky enough, though. And yeah, this Dread Puppet is going to be a big pain in the booty. Maybe this is one of those waves I run him in the front row with the A and B. Well, that was a really good clear there. The problem is when we attack these Eloise, we're still getting those counterattacks, which feels bad. We need to be able to lock them down and CC them with Jara CC. Honestly, the puppet feels like it's a waste on this wave. It feels like it's causing just more damage because it's hitting one of those Eloise. The fact that all the Annabelles are alive was interesting. Yeah, Jara without a Rui feels really bad as far as the percent chance to actually get clearance here. I feel like what we need to do is we need to high roll and kill 2 of the Eloise and leave the Annabelles alive. I think that's like our only hope here. Oh, it was so close. I don't think they'll be able to pick them off, right? No. Oh, feels bad, man. Feels so bad. And running like Balanced Strike isn't really going to do anything for our hero either. Man, even with precision, these Eloise are managing to block, which is just crazy. It sounds weird, but what happens if we just send him in solo? Because at least we won't get counterattack to Oblivion back. It probably still means we die though, right? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be any difference unless somehow we like kill the Eloise off. But again, getting 2 Eloise down on this is really, really difficult. Yeah, it's just too many hits. Not gonna happen like that. Oops, he meant to change that up. And we're not even really. Ooh, well, hold on. Wait a minute. I think the Eloise is just gonna kill us though in general because like the Dread Puppet really sucks, which means we don't do yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what we were expecting to see right there. Let's see what happens further on here. I think that's the way we win this though, is we just have to kill 2 of the Eloise like right out of the gate. Or we need to CC them with the Jara in that round right there, because then maybe we can recover after that. But even then, let me actually make sure we have Dot Purify. We don't have Dot Purify. In case you guys did not know, Eloise's Scarred Soul is considered a dot ability, so we want to make sure we have that dot removal, because that might remove quite a bit of damage from incoming to our hero. Oh my god, don't kill every Annabelle and leave the Eloise up. That's like the worst case scenario. Like legit. That's the worst case scenario. We need to kill all 3 Eloise round 1. That's our goal right here. Oh, we got 2 of them maybe. Still not doing enough damage though is one of our issues. So maybe we should re-roll our copy and try to get something really good, because we're not going to be able to afford something good as far as a good hero copy goes. But maybe let's buy like 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what 5 re-rolls gets on our B- copy here. So Soul Purification. We kind of want to keep crit, but if we drop it for like skill damage precision, that would be good. We did get precision, but control immunity. I think it's worth dropping 15% crit, because I think the crit is just a little too much. The precision would definitely help on waves like this, in my opinion. I love to get precision skill damage, but skill damage armor break seems ridiculously good. Holy cow. I don't even think we're going to use more hammers than that. I really was hunting that 100% skill damage and then that armor break there. Those combined feel really, really good. If we take a look at his stats now, we got almost 200 skill damage. We have precision here. We now have 37% armor break. So maybe? Question mark? It's definitely better than the copy we had before. We'll have to see if we can kill multiple Eloise though, because that's going to be the main goal of this, is just killing the Eloise off. We just got to do that. We have to have that happen. Now the fear effect from our Lord of Fear Aspen isn't like too. Oh man, we low rolled. That totally could have been a clear right there. I mean, maybe we just high roll with the Jara with Energy Artifact too. I think maybe that's the combo play we do. You need to go back to Energy. Maybe? Question mark? Kinda. The problem is you can't get rid of these. Oh wow, yeah. Armor break definitely seems like a potentially better option here. The question is, how do we win this wave at this point? Because like, I guess Jara carries us with CC. Oh, it's possible. It's definitely possible. If we can get enough burst down, we essentially need our Star Swordsman Machman to kill 2 of the Eloise off. Bam, that happened. Perfect. We need to high roll that Jara CC, otherwise there's just too many counterattacks. So I think we have our answer as of right now. The problem is we need a better Jara copy with some better CC precision, control immunity, offset, those type things. And just a better copy in general, because she is a householder tenant for our Star Swordsman Machman. This is a really difficult wave though, like really wave. We'll give it a few more tries, see if we can make any more progress here in Void campaign. This is one of the most important pushes, I feel like, right now. And then so much of the RNG involved with Star Swordsman Machman can be so triggering. It can be so frustrating. Sometimes you can super high roll with the amount of hits he gets off. Oh no. Sometimes he just barely misses it. Man, it's brutal. Because we're like so close. I love the Jara on this team though. Honestly, what do you guys, I mean, if we built like a queen instead of Jara, that might be the better option because that's an additional 20% all damage dealt. That would probably be the difference of barely missing these kills and actually getting these kills right now on a lot of these attempts. The Jara CC is so good. Plus, Jara is a tenant. Oh, I don't know. That was almost perfect. Oh no, we're just taking. Okay, hold on. There's a chance. So long as you don't die to the Scarred Souls, I think we're okay. Wait. No! It was so close. So close. Oh my god. Was that close? So we now know it is possible. We just might have to set up our macro and run. The big thing, though, is making sure we take these Eloise out ASAP. I guess in reality, we could drop the crit. I guess we could drop the crit imprint on our Star Swordsman Mockman still, even though it's another 35% chance. And go for something like the skill damage node as well. So we do even more skill damage. But again, I don't know if that's going to help us out here. And the other part is you just got to high roll. Like, you just got to high roll this stuff. And I just don't know if we can. I feel like this might be one of those popular waves that a lot of people get stuck on just because the way this wave works, you have tons of counterattacks coming, even if you can, like, soft CC the Eloise. And then on top of that, if you kill the Annabelles, your main damage dealer, then their next active is just garbage. And yeah, I think with enough tries, we definitely get this cleared out. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to record this one for you guys to see because it's very, very difficult. And yeah, Jara just not having a ton of energy or a Rui Scepter, meaning this is not great. Yeah, I mean, any attempt we don't see two of these Eloise at a minimum with the Omen Rift on them, I think we're just like, it's a pass. Here's a good one. And then we have a really crappy attack. So many potentially good runs, but again, so much of his active ability is RNG, depending on if you low roll or high roll the number of attacks you get off. And if you just low roll the number of attacks you get off, it just feels really, really bad. But I do think this is the answer. I think this is definitely the way. Oh my god, we just like went for the Annabelles. So you know what? I will try one more thing. I know we're probably pushing like maybe close to 15 minutes at this point, but I want to try just dropping him down a little bit more crit chance and instead going for like skill damage. So that way we're like 43%, but we have a lot more skill damage on this to try and test this out. If we had the older version of the copy with 15% more, it would be better, but yeah, I think it's still going to come down to some RNG here. I mean, we could also try like armor break. Yeah, it's not feeling great, but again, we have to do quite a few tests to see how this is actually going to turn out. Let's see. Can we get any of these? This one could be a good run. Nah, man, yeah. We're not high rolling the number of attacks we're getting, and that's why we're just losing so quickly here. We are just getting pummeled by the enemy. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell because that guaranteed crit versus not critting feels kind of bad. Is there ever a world we run balanced strike now just in case we don't crit? I mean, that was like a solid one there. We'd have to see. Nah, no. Still not quite enough. Jara basic is essentially the most useless thing in the world. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're not critting and we're not high rolling as much. I feel like just going for that crit chance is the better option here. It really does seem that way. And precision, I can't see us removing the precision imprint. Yeah, this most definitely feels worse dropping the crit chance. Like, I mean, I guess you could high roll, but it's going to take an even higher RNG amount of things to happen to actually work. So I think the better play here is just stick with the crit chance. I wonder if like precision would be like better off going to something like armor break, because at that point we have almost 100% armor break. It's worth a shot, but again, Eloise blocking our attacks does mean they take less damage from the hits. And I think getting rid of the precision so they can't block is probably better. But then again, if they're gonna block us anyway, I don't know. See, even this, like, it doesn't feel like it's as good, right? I feel like we have like the best damage output potential with our original build here, the original setup. That felt pretty good though, without the precision and instead going for armor break. The issue here is we didn't CC the Eloise, which means we die. So we not only have to kill 2 Eloise, we need to get the third one CC'd with our Jara. And that's a really, really big task to actually ask for, because that is not easy for a regular V4 Jara to accomplish. I don't know. Again, I still feel like the precision is the better way to go here. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like on waves like this where there's heroes that block like Eloise, it's just so hard to not be able to beat precision out. Like, it's just so strong. So that's also an issue now too, is like we don't care about the speed as much on the Jara, so we're giving less stats to our hero. It's really hard not to have 60% precision here. I think what I'm gonna do, now that we have gems again, which honestly I think it's just like the monthlies and everything, and arenas all ended, and I thought we were at like 0 gems yesterday. We did get a ton of things in the mail. Like, we did have IDA ending, which gave us... yeah, that's why. Yep, yeah, that's exactly why. We got a huge influx of gems thanks to IDA ending the main season. I was like, wait a minute, how did we actually get all those gems? So let's do this. I unlocked an additional stone slot, so let's convert. Let's see if we can get back to, like, attack. Because if we can get back to attack, that could be pretty solid and more damage output for our Star Swordsman Mockman. Oh, if only we had that yesterday, that would have been so sweet. The question is, are we gonna be actually able to find an attack stone again? And I still think, I mean, something like this would be cool on Star Swordsman Mockman as well, but the crit attack just seems so good for what he does. I'll hold on to this one for the time being. If we can't find an attack in a few rolls, I don't want this to be another super long video for you guys. I want it to be... Nah, well, I got all these what? Just give me attack, man. You're giving me all the offensive stones. I would love to run something different like this here, that stone on our Star Swordsman Mockman, but I feel like the crit is just so needed right now. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's really gonna happen, at least on these clicks here. We'll give it a couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, last one. 10. No, we didn't really hit it. You know what? I'll take it on this one, I guess. So her attack's gonna go from 654 to 654. Oh, it literally makes like no difference. Whatever. All right, last couple attempts. Let's just see if we can make it work. Again, we just need to high roll the number of attacks from our Mockman, and if we don't, we are dead. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Although, wait a minute, don't we have a crown? Maybe crown on the Jara is the better play. We do have a crown, right? I just realized that. Hold on. Who's got our crown right now? The puppet. Oh, the puppet has the crown. Maybe just making her a little tankier will do the trick so that she can live just a little longer. The other options is we like run a crown or AMB Mockman in the front row and run like Balanced Strike to see if you can like out heal stuff, which could be a potential. So one thing that's kind of interesting about Mockman is you can build him like 2 completely different ways. That was a really good damage round, but again, this time it's gonna suck because she's still awake and just beating the heck out of our face. Oh man, that's rough. What if we put her in the front row instead? So she takes some extra hits instead. Okay, we killed every Annabelle. That does nothing for us. I don't know though, because yeah, Crown's cool and all, but like, we really need to get that CC off in round 1, I think, on the last Eloise that's up. This is definitely a tricky one. I think energy is still the play on her. I really do. Because like, this is just too late. He's gonna die to all the dots. Yeah, he can't survive past this. So as much as I like the Crown there, I kind of don't. I kind of like the energy more just because, like purely because we need to get a CC off round 1. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen right now. We'll do one last attempt after this one, and then we are going to call it for now. But we are definitely making progress so far, and that is a good sign for us. Oh my god, no. We're not ending on one where we kill all 3 Annabelles, because that is the stupidest, worst way to go out of this wave. We need to kill all 3 Eloise. This is where I get my one more from, guys. If you guys wonder where we get the just one more, it's stuff like this. I'm like, but one more could be the win. But one more could be the win. Okay, one more. Just one more. No. We need to target like all 3 Eloise. I think if we can target all 3 Eloise, we get, well, I mean, it was interesting that we were getting CCs off, but not big enough. Nope. All right, we're calling it. Washing my hands of it. I'll see you guys next time.